Success and failure are one and the same. Success is failure, and failure is success. The difference is mindset and how you decide to choose. There are two sides to a coin, and success and failure are on the same side of the coin. Do you agree? Let's look at some examples. Four athletes are running a race. One wins the gold, one the silver, and one the bronze. One walks away with no medals. Did any of them fail? Who was successful? The gold medal winner won the highest medal. Does this mean he or she is the biggest winner? There is only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure, by Paulo Coelho. The world has many opposites: win, lose, right, wrong, left, right, yes, no, positive, negative. But it is how we view these things that sets us apart from others. The example above may not represent this as well as a competition of two individuals or two teams, such as football or soccer. Win and lose may be synonyms of success and failure, but this is not always the case. Watch and observe are synonyms, but are not always interchangeable. The scientist observed the monkeys at the zoo. The children watched the monkeys at the zoo. While the action is different between the scientist and the children, we could say that the children are observing the monkeys. However, both the scientist and children watched the movie. They did not observe the movie. The runner who did not win a medal ran their fastest time ever. So how can that be a failure? You might say he or she failed to outperform the other runners. Are you saying that he or she failed to outperform the best effort of their life? That does not make sense in any language. Let's look at this quote. Winners never quit, and quitters never win. Vince Lombardi. How do you lose or fail if you did your best? How did you lose if someone's best is better than your best on that particular day? If you did your best, you were successful, even if you did not come in first place, or you feel you failed. You did your best. In other words, you were successful, even if you or someone think you failed. This is a choice and why it is on the same side of the coin. Let me ask it in a different way. If you win a race and you ran faster in a previous race, is this a failure since you did not do your best performance ever? If you go up to the person who came in fourth and say he failed, and he or she says, I was successful, I competed at the highest level, who is correct? Even if the individual did not set a personal best. If you have $750,000 and can live happily ever after because you are financially set, financially secure, are you a failure or successful? Asked the multimillionaire gloomily. If you view things as failure or successful, did the athlete fail the coach, or did the coach fail the athlete? Did the student fail the teacher, or the teacher fail the student? Failure and success are on the same side of the coin, regardless of the side you view. If one is to be blamed, it is the one who did not do their best, who did not give their all. Running and learning can be individual activities. So I have shown you that these are not just related to team events, which supports that Vince Lombardi's quote applies to more than just sports. Do not confuse the message with teaching children that they are always winners or successful, because the question about who is correct shows there are two viewpoints. We need to teach children to keep an open mind. We need to let them experience pain and rejection. We need to teach them they will not always be the best, not their best, the best, or come in first place. But this does not mean they are losers or failures. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. Win and lose may be synonyms of success and failure, but they are not always synonyms. Sometimes both are a state of mind. Success and failure are two words that are essentially a state of mind, a feeling more than anything. The exception is when we use the words to describe something like a computer file that was successfully delivered or saved, or it failed to be saved or to be delivered. Failure is not something you do. Quitting without reason is something you do. Failure is mainly a mechanical situation, not mental, unless we choose to give in mentally. You may be unsuccessful, but that is not the same as failure. In conclusion, let me leave you with this thought that I will discuss in another video. If C students become the boss of A students, does this mean the C student who was considered a failure in school is successful? Similarly, does this mean the A student who was considered successful in school is a failure? What changed? Did something change between school and the now part of life? What changed?